Head to your drop-off at 2343 South.
All right. This is the last 2 hours of the Elite Eight Dash for Purdue. And here's what the challenge is going to be. Would they have beat Iowa anyway? Would they be able to get $160 tonight to beat Iowa's 160? Would they have done it anyway on this Sunday night? That's what we're going to find out tonight. I finished the round 2 dash with an Uber, and we're starting round 3 with an Uber. So let's get started. I wonder if it was going to tell me to go a different way, but I think it'd be better to go this way. Hello there, got a like already, appreciate it, welcome in. Yeah, the question is, would Purdue still have beat Iowa's 160? That's what we're going to find out here in the next 2+ hours. We got an Uber in the car right now, a Papa John's order. We're taking it to Waldron. DoorDash has not been turned on yet, so because I turned the Uber on and immediately got an order, $9. Right so let's go and get started. Let's just see, would they have beat Iowa anyway? Let's find out together.
Turn right on East Broadway Street.
We are taking this to Waldron, but it's all right. Waldron's not really that far, and plus I could get an Uber going that way anyway. Could even get an Uber going to St. Paul. You just never know. They sometimes will have me pick up a McDonald's there at St. Paul and deliver at St. Paul, or even if I had to go to Greensburg or something like that, I mean, whatever it would take. Yeah, let's see. Do I have a Nintendo Switch? I do not. No, I used to, I don't have those types of things anymore, Gavin. I used to have, the game that I used to have, that I played with a lot when I was that age was the Nintendo 64. Then I had like a PlayStation for a little bit, but then, life hit and I just never had time for that kind of stuff. Yeah, hey, Alan, welcome in. Thank you very much, Alan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate the 20 of you that are here. The question of the day is, would Purdue have beat Iowa anyway? They started with $98. This is a $9 order that we're taking here, so that would put them at $107. Yeah, DoorDash has not been turned on yet, so... And I'll turn DoorDash on when I get down there. This was the same thing that happened to them on this third round of the last dash that Purdue was on. They had a Uber first, and then they turned on, and then everything just they was unstoppable. And this is a Sunday night, so we'll see what happens here. See, bring you Burger King. Now we're not going to Burger King. I've got a Little Caesars, back there that I'm taking to a customer in Waldron. So it's about 9 minutes away from here. Are they going to have me go? No, they're going to, what? Okay. So they're going to have me get on the highway going east. Oh, okay. All right. I'm surprised they're having me take the highway. There's a different way that I can get there unless they're on the other side, which they just might be. Maybe that's why they want me to go take the highway east. Maybe that's why. This ought to be interesting. I appreciate you sending that, Alan. I really do. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your contribution there. That pretty much helps. I would play music for that right now, but unfortunately, I'm unable to. For the simple fact that that I have to get on the highway to take this order. So, Indiana. Yeah, you got the M in there. All right. So I had a reason why I had to do that real quick. So yeah, we're in Indiana. We are definitely in Indiana. That's where I'm at right now. And we're getting ready to take the highway to go to Waldron. So Waldron is about, I don't know, about 8-9 miles from here. So that's where we're headed. But right now, Shelbyville, we going to getting on the highway to go to Waldron here shortly. So, and all that was okay. Yep, right there. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Warsaw. No, Warsaw is further south.
Mile, make a slight right turn on I-74 east using the right lane.
Yeah, Warsaw is further south. No, I'm not anywhere near there. No, I'm talking Waldron. Waldron is the rival school of Shelbyville. Okay, just like Purdue is the rival of Indiana. So, and had Rutgers beat Ohio State, then Purdue would have been facing Indiana in the Final Four. But because Ohio State beat Rutgers, the 6th seed beating the 3, well, Indiana has to take on the 6th seed. And then Purdue ends up getting Penn State in the number 2 seed in the Final Four. So that's how that worked out. But can there still be an Indiana-Purdue matchup? Yes. Indiana has to take care of business with Ohio State, and Purdue has to take care of business with Penn State. So could it happen? Could we have a rivalry match for the dashing championship? It's a possibility. But this is going to be a good match next week, starting in Greenfield. All right. Let's
Make
get
a slight
ready.
right turn on I-74 east.
Okay, so the question is, are they going to send me to the other side going towards Waldron instead of the side I thought I was going on? All right, here we go. And another question, will I get a order that, might go to St. Paul? We'll see. I've had that happen before. You live in Muncie area? Okay, Alan. Yeah, I've never been to Muncie. I've been to Anderson before. I used to have a job in Anderson, so yeah. I used to have a job in Anderson, so I never never went to Muncie. I know that's Ball State country, but I've never been there. Just got $10 for 3. Okay, well, I've got a $9 in here, Indy. They're starting out with $9, and DoorDash has not been turned on yet. So, yeah, as soon as I turned Uber on, I immediately got an order. So, I like that. That's the way to get it started. Deb, welcome Deb. Dirty Stacking Deb, yep. Here's Uber also, okay. Yeah. I appreciate that, Alan. Thank you so much. Yeah. really do appreciate that. Helps my channel and everything. I really appreciate that, man. I really do. There's Kevin. Welcome, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, for those of you that weren't here earlier, on my earlier stream, there's a question on that earlier stream that I wanted everyone to, to ask themselves. And that question was, there's a, of course, Purdue, is about the train, okay? And, of course, we knew in Back to the Future 3, Doc Brown drove a train. And the question was, if you were to get on that train with Doc Brown and Pete, and you wanted to change something from a decision that you made in the past, what year would it be and why? That was the question. Since we're doing a spring forward thing, that was one of the reasons why I asked that question. And I just wanted to see what everybody's answers were, because if there was something that you wanted to change that would change the outcome of things that you really wanted to change, especially if your life wasn't going great, then, what would you change and why? What would you tell your younger self at that point? Decision not to make or who not to associate with? What would you tell your younger self? That was the question. Got up and went to church and was too tired to do anything else. Oh, I understand that. Yeah, I really do. I understand that. That's, I get it. I said, Alan, you're something else. And I certainly appreciate it, man. I really do. I really appreciate it, Alan. You have no idea what that means. I certainly appreciate it. We'll play some music for Alan as soon as I drop this off. So, yeah, the thank you music. Yep, we'll do that. Kind of similar. I do the kind of similar thing that JRD, Just Roy Delivers, does. So, only he has his own music and I have mine. So, I kind of learned that from him. So, I kind of got to give him the credit for that. So, yeah. And those of you that don't know about that channel, Just Roy Delivers, check that channel out if you would. It's got an excellent channel. Learned a lot from watching his channel. All right, here we are right here. All right. Well, there's still some more water there. Wow. Hopefully, there's got more rains coming this week, from what I understand. And that won't be good for some of this here. And then for some people, I guess, because I was watching one of the national broadcasters, they said that there are some places that are still going to get snow and an Arctic blast. And it's like, okay, when is this going to end? He said, I said, spring's around the corner. Oh, to this house here. Okay. Hey, I've had this house before. They got rid of something that was over here, though.
Drop off on the left.
Yeah, I've delivered to these people before. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they got that car in the way, because usually they always pulled around that drive there. Okay. All right, well, I'll drop this off. I'll be right back. A lot of water by you next to Geist. Ooh, yeah, Geist, I can understand that. Okay. Support to all the creators. Well, thank you very much, Alan. I certainly appreciate it. Okay. What is this? Nope. They say drop it at the door. Okay. That I can do. right. Boy, they're property too, because they got rid of part of their fence over there, because usually it was hard to get up there. They got rid of some steps, and they made some improvements to this, and I certainly appreciate that. All right, well, before we do anything else, let's thank Alan with a song here. You know, the thank you song. Appreciate it, Alan. That's for you. And Isaiah, welcome in. Now, let's get back to town and let's turn DoorDash on. All right. Okay. That's for Alan. Thank you so much, Alan, for that. I appreciate that. All right. Okay, we still got Uber on. I'm just going to get ready to turn DoorDash on here in a minute, but I'm not going to turn it on until I get back, and we still have Peak Pay going on. Okay. So let's see here. All right. Yeah, I just hope that that broadcaster is wrong as far as getting a whole lot more water, because some of these places here just don't need any more. There's no place for it to go, or snow for that matter. They don't need any more of that. But he seems to think that that this Arctic blast that's coming, it should be the last one of the season. Now, like I said, that's his opinion, okay? I'm hoping that that's the case, because we don't need any more Arctic stuff. But he said, he thinks that, from what he's understood from all the models that he's watched, it's probably going to be the last major Arctic blast of the season. So let's just hope that, hopefully that, it doesn't even come to fruition, that, we already have been past that. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a forecast. It does not necessarily mean it's going to come true. Have they been accurate? Yes. But accuracy is not 100% every time. That's why you can be a weather person and be wrong and still keep your job. So, yeah. So if you ever had a job that you could be wrong and still keep it, well, that's one of them. So, all right. We'll get DoorDash back on here as soon as we get back to town, which isn't too far, just one little stop, and then we'll turn DoorDash on and see what DoorDash has to offer. We're sitting at 107 right now, and we'll see what happens from now. The question right now, would Purdue have beat Iowa anyway? Been pretty warm lately. I said, well, yeah, I mean, it has, well, it kind of sort of has here too, but over in the Midwest, they say that that's going to change here over the next week. First there's going to be storms happening, and then the pattern's going to change, and then it's going to go back to some slightly Arctic air, I guess, for one last hurrah, and then by that time it'll be April, the tournament will be over, and then then it'll be just normal April weather. So that's according to who I heard today. So it's like 70 degrees, which is great. Well, it's 62 here. That's what it is now. It is 62. So all right, get off this exit here, turn DoorDash on, and see what DoorDash has to offer. And we'll add to that 107. Ended the last dash with an Uber, started this one with an Uber. So how many more Ubers are we going to get tonight? That's a good question. Because Uber seems to be the biggest game changer of this whole contest. And Uber has come, has been a major game player throughout a lot of these dashes. So see if that's the case again tonight. And in the 70s, some days near 80. Yeah, there's some places I've heard have been 90 already. I think there was a couple places in Texas that, that have reached 90 or very close to it. So that's what I've heard. All right, DoorDash, it's time to turn you on. Because we're right in the town here. Okay, who will make the first ding first? I know it's peak pay, but I think Sunday night, it's a pretty good night for dashing, and hopefully Uber will add to it. So we'll see. I think we're gonna. Oh, we got an order. What do we got? Aldi. All right, 9 items. Yeah, not bad. 9 items. It's $6 going almost 3 miles, but not quite. All right. Okay. Yeah, 9 items is not bad.
Boulevard. Then, in 700 feet, turn left onto Progress Parkway.
Could it be the only problem is, though, on Sunday night at Aldi, though,
onto Progress Parkway.
there tend to be some places in some things in Aldi that sell out pretty quickly on Sunday, because there's a lot that shop on Sunday. So that's going to be the main question. Are they going to have everything? That's the question. Are they going to have everything? Was this turned down by another dasher? That's the question in hand right now.
Turn left.
Okay.
In 400 feet, turn right. Turn right. Then, in 70 feet, 2695 East Range Road, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the left.
All right, it shouldn't be that long. Yeah, I'm going to get over here away from the, in the shade. Okay, kind of away from the sun there. All right. There we go. It killed some people. I said, big tornado. Yeah, I heard about that tornado, and I said, that's Friday nights. Yeah. Okay, well, Sunday nights here, though, at Aldi, though. I mean, Friday nights in some other places, Alan, but Aldi here, this place is shopped big time on Sunday. All right, let me get my trusty quarter and go take care of this. It's only 9 items, so it shouldn't take me that long. Shall return. that wasn't that bad a shopping order at all. You know, I was able to find everything. The only thing was waiting in line. That's what the issue was. Long line that I had to wait in. But they're always busy on Sunday anyway. And I also think this customer knew the layout of the store, because the way that he did all his items, you know, was exactly in the order in which I went down the aisles to pick them up. So, hey, there's, welcome in, Spiritual Logan. Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate it. Yeah, Dirty Second Deb. Yeah, yep. Yep, appreciate it. Nano 5, welcome in. All right. Okay. So, so I'm delivering to the red door. Okay. The red door. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this guy is right off the street with a strange number address, but we know it's his address because it's a red door. How many addresses have red doors these days? Not too many, but he does. Yep. So I know it's easy to find his place. All you got to see is a red door, and there you are. So you have to park in a lot, though, and walk it over there to his place. I don't mind that, because I don't think you can park on that street. I don't think you can. I don't even need to use the GPS, because I know exactly where he's at. Okay. Very easy shopping order. Easy to find the items, easy to find the customer. So that'll give him 113 after this is dropped off. Does Uber still have a chance to give a dirty stack here? Maybe. We haven't had one in a while. I think it would be nice to get one here. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting week next week being in Greenfield. It's been a while since I've been to Greenfield. I wanted to do it a couple other times, but the reason I couldn't was because they were working on the two main roads, US 40 and US 9. And because they were working on those roads, I really could not do anything in Greenfield. It's been a long while. But the reason why we're doing it there is because all orders accepted on DoorDash, who knows where you're going. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. Plus, I have yet to do an Uber there in, also in Greenfield, and I'm sure that a lot of those orders will probably be around the New Palestine area. So, Should be interesting. Should be very interesting. Alan, what time am I in currently? Oh, I'm in Shelbyville right now. That's where I'm at, Alan, Shelbyville. Yeah, that's where we're at here. All the round 3 dashes are here in Shelbyville. The rounds 1 and 2 dashes will be in the towns that, where they're having each of the, where it's designated, like the Elite 8 was all in Greensburg. Just like the tie-breaking playoffs was designed for Rushville, that's where all the tiebreakers was there. And now the Final Four will be in Greenfield. So okay, someone's getting ready to turn over there. All right. There are cars parked along here. I think there are. Oh, I'd have to, go straight anyway. So yeah. So I couldn't turn there. I couldn't go straight there even if I wanted to. Okay, we're going to see. You might even see this red door when I get ready to turn down here. It'll be to your left. We're not there yet. Okay, that building that's right over there to the left. The red door is right there in the center. It says no parking this side of the street, but you can park on this side. Okay. And he changed the color of the door. It's no longer red. It's now orange. Wonder why he did that. It was red. Now it's orange. All right. Well, yeah. Well, I guess some people wanted a change of color, I guess. All right, we can drop this off. I'll be right back. Okay, puts us at 113. Parking on the other side. Yeah, well, you can't park on that side. So, but if you're doing a delivery, you can park on that other side. You just can't stay that way. I would have to turn the car and, and have it facing the correct direction. That's what I would have had to do there. Well, I can't go there because there's some indie gig life action over there at that place, so I can't do that. We'll just take Mechanic Street. Yeah, we can get some pizza orders here now. I mean, Papa John's was the highlight yesterday. Who's going to be the highlight tonight? You have a newer car? It sounded very modern when it trucked past you. No, I don't. The car that I have is a 2018. Yeah, I have a 2018 car. But when I purchased it, the person who had it before me, they took really, really good care of it. It was all highway miles. So, yeah. But the main thing is to take care of your car. It'll last if you, if you really take the time to change your oil every 3,000 miles. you do that, your vehicle will last longer. You just got to make it a point to do it. I know it sounds costlier and everything, but it's better to pay for the oil changes than it is to pay for major repairs because you didn't do them. Yeah. Is it lane assist and all that modern stuff? No, it does not. This one doesn't, no. I think the next year's model did, but not this one. Okay, to my left is where all the action happened last night. Yeah. And I did the replay, and you actually see, you ever 7 to 10? Well, there's some you can do 4,500. But this one, I can get away with 4,500, depending on the type of oil that you use, too. But where that action happened last night, I did see at the 136 mark, I did see, that I did see him put the cuffs on her. It's hard to see, but it does show at the 136 mark. So, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, bro. Oh, got an order. What we got? Another shopping. Kroger. Only 4 items, though. That'll work. $7. Okay, that'll give them 120. Okay, we'll do that.
Drive east on State Road 44. Then, in a quarter mile, turn right onto East Michigan Road.
Full synthetic. Yeah, that's what I use is full synthetic, too. But the thing is, you got to do, though, I mean, for those money, but you cannot let that go. You gotta change your oil at the required time, because if you do that, your car is going to last.
Turn right onto East Michigan Road, then turn right.
Because at that point, then, you can have preventive maintenance done if something is seen, by the attendants who do that. Oh, we got another one. Okay, we got 2 shopping orders here.
Turn right.
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take the 2-tier cart and use that.
Drive west. Then, in 200 feet, turn left. Drive south. Then turn right.
Okay, I want to face away from the sun anyway, so that'll be good. All right, there you go. Pizza King, I have not. No, well, I take that back. Yeah, I did go to in Indianapolis. I didn't care for it too much. I got to try the one in Rushville, though, because my coworker at my job said that that's a good one. All right, we are shopping for 2 customers here. So just to be safe, we're going to shut Uber down at this point, because I'm not going to let them give me an order while I'm in there. So, all right. Okay, 2 customers. One has 4 items, one has 5. So it still won't take me that long. All right, I'll be right back. that shopping order really wasn't too bad. It's just each customer had one thing that they didn't have, of course, but I was able to substitute and take a good picture, so that's not that big a deal. Just know I got to put A at the bottom and B on the top. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and put this cart back and we'll get going. All right. Well, it's an extra $10, but now I got to go back in there for another shop. Okay, I guess.
Drive south.
Hold on here. All right. I'm getting ready to hit the button, so now I got to go back in there, guys, for another $10. Okay. I'll be back. that was a real easy shopping order for $10, but now they're making me retake the pictures of the other two. Oh, this is such a nuisance. Okay. That's proof that that was paid. Okay. Now we gotta do B. Find that receipt. It was already recorded that the A one was already done. It was already done. Why are they making me redo all this again? It's almost like they're making me go back in the store and redo everything, but I don't have to. All I gotta do is take a picture of the receipt because that was already done. Okay. Unbelievable. Guess it's your shop time. 3 items, $20. So done shopped and heading to drop off. Oh man. Okay. All right. All right. Who's first? Frequent customer. Which one is he? He's A. Okay. Frequent customer. Well, at least it's good that he's a frequent customer. Okay. And he's A. That's good. I get to drop him off first. That's a good one. The other two are probably up there close to where Culver's and Cracker Barrel are, probably. All right. Well, at least this first one will be easy. All I got to do is just find one street and I'm there. So, yeah. These frequents, though, they add up. I'm telling you, they add up. And the beauty of this, close to 7 o'clock, but look where the sun is compared to where it was last night at this time. Big difference. Yeah. Yeah, what's on ticket? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. We're those, we're that old, we know that stuff. I do. That was one of the greatest comedy acts there ever was. Especially that skit. I'm sure that you remember the name of the shortstop at the end. I'm pretty sure you do. In case there anybody that didn't know, it was Clark Gable's saying at the end of, yeah. Yep. It was that last words of Clark Gable. So if you didn't know who shortstop was, you just got to go back to that movie and then you'll find it. Then you'll know who the shortstop was. Yeah, see, my parents grew up in that era. They knew about all that stuff. Okay, I turn on Hamilton Street now, so I can go here. Looks pretty good, I think. Yep. All right. Yep, and there's our frequent customer right down here. We'll pull up further down. All right. Okay, is that the bottom? Okay. All right, be right back. All right, that makes me turn on Noble and go another way. All right, here we go to the second one. Which one is he? Is he B or C? C, okay. So he's what's in the seat next to me here. All right. Had to clarify that and make sure I picked up the correct order. All right. Oh, it's so nice that it's this light at 7 o'clock. I love it. You may lose an hour's sleep, but you certainly gain an extra hour of daylight, and that is nice. I love that.
Drive south on South Noble Street. Then, in 300 feet, turn right onto East Broadway Street.
Okay. We'll see where Purdue stands after this, but I mean, I'm sure they're in pretty good shape. There's still time on the clock, so I got to turn Uber back on. I said I couldn't turn Uber on though while I was shopping because I didn't want to get an Uber order while I was shopping for, you know, for 2 customers, let alone 3.
State Route 9.
They had 113 before these orders, so we'll see.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West South Street.
Wonder why they're having me go this way.
Turn right onto West South Street.
I'm really curious as to why they're having me go this way.
Turn left onto South Shelby Street.
Oh, maybe the customer's right there. Okay. This is where all the cars are. There are 2 where I saw last night while I was doing a delivery and taking care of business, which certainly shocked me. Could not believe it was her. I just couldn't believe it. She didn't seem like the type that would do that, would do anything. Okay, what are we waiting for here? Got a delivery to make here. I don't have time for all this. Come on, guys. Let's see if I can get past you here. I gotta make this delivery here. I mean, I would wait, but we're on an on-time limit, so that's why I kind of had to push the issue there. All right, kids, what are we doing? Are we... Okay, make sure you weren't going my way.
Turn left onto South Shelby Street. Then, in 300 feet, 530 South Shelby Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the left.
Okay. I think I've delivered this person before too, I think.
530 South Shelby Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the left.
Yeah, I think I have. Okay, this one is the C one. All right. Let's see, and just leave it at the door, but they're sitting out here, so I'll just hand it to them. Okay. Be right back. Have a good one. Appreciate it. All right. Hang on here. I got to move quickly here. I just got to show something, but I got to move here so it doesn't look obvious. All right. Now I got to find this next person here. Okay. Where is that one? Okay, hey, there's Eric. Welcome, Eric. Appreciate it here. Let me move down here because I do have to show it, but I can't do it while he's sitting there. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Which way am I going to go here?
Drive south on South Shelby Street. Then, in 500 feet, turn right onto Colescott Street.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, well, I'm out of the way of the customer, so let me just go ahead and show you guys here a little bit of extra. He told me, he said that, he said a little extra gas money, he said, but, it's $3. $3 I didn't have, though, so I look at it that way. I mean, it is a little extra gas money. I mean, he's 59 cents short, but I keep 59 cents in my car, so it's no big deal. I mean, it's the thought that counts, right? He already gave me $10 to begin with, so he just added an extra $3. Why not? So his 10 became a 13. We'll just do it that way. All right. But we add to the score, so...
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Quesada Street.
Okay, so that's where it is. Okay. I wonder if this person's frequent too, because I know I've had one person on that street. I wonder if it's the same person. But I think I have had that guy before. It's just he was never sitting outside.
Turn left onto Quesada Street.
Okay. We're going to go this way. All right.
In 400 feet, bear right onto Morosini Street. Bear right onto Morosini Street. Then 803 Morosini Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
Okay. It's these people right here.
803
Fixing their
Morosini
car.
Street,
Okay.
Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the right.
All right. I just got to get out of this person's way. All right. 3 quick deliveries. Not too bad, Eric. It's, pretty good. It was pretty slow earlier today because of peak pay, but 3 shopping orders here real quick. All right, let me go and give these to these people here. So I'll be right back. All right, so I made $31 just with those shopping orders. Okay. All right, let's turn Uber back on because there's still time on the clock for them. So, okay. So we're just going to turn Uber back on. Oh, Kitty, you don't need to be in the road there. Yeah, I would move if I was you. Yes, definitely move. Don't need to be there. All right, well, I'm in the spot right now, DoorDash, to where you love to send me to this place up here. So, so if you're going to do it, you better do it now because I'm going to move away. From here. I don't want to be anywhere close to this place. This is what took Iowa out yesterday, right here. And I'm sure that Indy would say, oh, and you better not send me there. Yeah, I don't need no tea. No, you don't. And that's the thing. You're the higher seed, of the two seeds. You didn't get one. Way. All right. Applebee's for 14. We'll take it. So, DoorDash, I'm not even going to give you that chance. You are on pause. All right. All right, here we go to Applebee's. Yeah.
In a quarter mile, keep right onto West Locust Street.
Yeah, I got $31 just for those shopping orders there. Okay, we're not going to take that way. We're not going to go that way. I don't like going through the street. I'd rather just take the traffic lights. It'll be easier. Hey, Daniel, welcome in. Yeah, I kind of think that they are going to beat Iowa just, anyway. Certainly looking like it.
Turn left on Southwest Street, then turn right on West Locust Street.
No, we're not doing that. You're not taking me on that street. We are going to this traffic light and going that way. You're just as bad as DoorDash when it comes to getting certain places. We don't need all this extra time. Time is money right now. He's trying to beat 160. I believe he's going to do it if he hasn't done it with this order. But we got to do this. All right. $14 Applebee's. I like that. Love the sound of that one. Because that will give me $23 just in Uber. because they had 98 to start, and then $23 with Uber would be 131 right there. I think they've already, I think this order, they've already done it.
In a quarter mile, turn right on East Broadway Street using.
Because I made $31 just in that shop in there. So 98 and 9 and 13, 23. Yeah, that's 131. Yeah, they did it. So Purdue would have won anyway. So it didn't matter.
Right on East Broadway Street.
See. So there you go, Indy. You know, Purdue would have beat them anyway. The 2 Ubers plus those shopping orders, yeah, they did it. So there you have it. Yeah. It didn't matter whether they had the T's or not. Purdue still won anyway.
In a quarter mile, turn right on East State Road 44.
That was just what I was willing to see. Would they have still beat them anyway on this Sunday night? And with these orders, yes, they did. So there's the answer to the question.
Turn right on East State Road 44.
Well, see, it's good to know. It just, shows that, that they didn't, that Purdue did not need, any extra treatment or anything of that nature. Not one single T. So, yeah, they would have earned their spot anyway. Still rooted as their 1 seed. I said, the Rushville playoffs, I mean, that's what did it, though. If 2 teams tied, that's how it works. That's the way it was in the previous one. That's the way it was there. Listen, this shows, Indy, that you can beat Penn State. Don't let that lion push you around and say what he said. Yeah. The Lions are nothing compared to the Boilermakers. I'm pretty sure you're going to destroy them. I mean, even though you're going on a Tuesday, like I said, it's anybody's game. But I think as strong as your team is, I think that you got a chance to beat that team, even as a 4 seed. The only thing that saved them from elimination for their first part anyway was the fact they had dirty stacks. That's what kept them from elimination throughout the regular season.
Turn left on Progress Parkway.
Yeah, I mean, because I know I had another DoorDash order besides the Kroger, so I think you're close to 170. That's what I think. I think you're around $170. So you did, you actually did beat them. So yeah. I mean, and it's good to know that you did. It's good to know that you didn't need them to get disqualified. You still would have beat them anyway. You were the higher seed. And they even win on a Saturday night. And you still beat them.
In a quarter mile, turn right on Lee Boulevard using the right lane.
The teams that are in the Final Four, they're tough teams. They are. It's anybody's game. Anybody's. That's why we're doing it in Greenfield, because it's anybody's game. Because in Greenfield, anything can happen. You go anywhere. All orders accepted at DoorDash. You know, you could be at 5 different cities and they could keep you there. Especially Uber. Because that day that I did a couple of orders in New Palestine, they wanted to keep me there. And I wasn't going to do that. Now, I wasn't broadcasting at the time.
Turn left.
But, I just went up there. Yeah, that was just one of those days that I just did it. I wasn't broadcasting at the time. But, yeah, they sent me up there to New Palestine for a couple of orders, and they wanted to keep me there. They even wanted to send me to, Indianapolis. The Uber did. And that was kind of rough dashing up there, because the reason why I know is because I was watching Royce live that day that he said what he said. So the day that, the disaster happened to him. Okay. Well, let me go in here and I'll go pick this up, and I'll be right back. All right. Boy, this person's got a big order. No wonder they're giving $14. Put this part up here. Wedge this other part down here. Let's see. Use this thing here. All right, there we go. All right. But you know, Indy, I still am going to say this. The only reason you got that number 1 seed at that time was because you had 180 going in there, and I don't think you were the number 1 seed at that point. I'm trying to think of who was. I think Wisconsin was up there first. The only reason that you got that 195 was the fact of that one Uber customer that tipped $15 extra. That was the reason why you got that number 1
Using
seed.
the right lane, turn right on East State Road 44.
See, it's these extra tips on Uber that have kind of helped these teams, and your team was no exception. Okay. Yep, we keep going on Broadway Street. Yep. But I will say that, I kind of think it puts a relief on me knowing they still would have beat them anyway. Because really on Sunday, they did have the advantage. Despite how slow the Sunday was, even with a slower Sunday than normal, still got still got close to 170 and still beat them. Because the dash ends here right after I drop this off. So they still won anyway. And plus, Indy, keep in mind, too, you have the greatest three-point shooter, I think, in Big Ten history in Carson Edwards. So that's the reason why I had him on the thumbnail, because I think he was declared the greatest three-point shooter in Big Ten history. He was one that could hardly be stopped as far as the three-point threat was concerned, because he would hit some really clutch shots in certain games, especially the year they got to the championship game. Only the fact that I think UConn had a better team and they played better that year. And I think Daniel might have agreed, I don't know if he would or not, but I'm saying he probably could have, that year I think UConn did have a better team, even though Purdue was outstanding and had Zach Edey. I just think UConn played better and had a better team. But who knows how far Purdue will go in this tournament. Now, Michigan did win the outright Big Ten championship, despite the fact that they got beat by Iowa. But if Purdue was to get to the Final Four,
Proceed
if
straight
Purdue
on
was
West
to
Broadway
win
Street using the middle lane.
the tournament and then get to the Final Four, well, that doubles the money. No one's claimed Ohio State, but Indiana has been claimed, Purdue has been claimed, and I don't think anybody's really claimed Penn State either. Only Indiana and Purdue have been claimed.
Proceed straight on West Broadway Street.
That's what I thought. Yep. So basically, it's as far as those that can still win in this tournament, it's basically between Terry and Indy. And could there be an Indiana-Purdue matchup in the championship game? I think so. I think there's a good chance of that. Because Indiana goes on Friday in Greenfield. And I've dashed on Fridays in Greenfield and have always done well.
In a quarter-mile, turn right on Southwest Street.
This should be interesting. It's 7:30. Well, we're not doing that though. We're not going that far. No, sorry Uber, we're not taking that one. I have no idea where Bill is. We're not going there.
Street.
Yeah. I like the $14, but I do not like the 20 miles. So that's not happening.
Just ahead, turn left on West Franklin Street.
Yeah, I hated turning that down because that was good money, but I'm not driving all the way out there. Nope. I don't care if the sun is still out or anything, and it's not going to happen. They already won. We don't need to egg it on.
Turn left on West Franklin Street.
Because Gene Cady was also that kind of coach. If they were way ahead, he would take his starters out and have his reserves go in and finish out the game. He wasn't about egging it on. I don't want to hit your hose there, guy. I'll just go real slow so that you know I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything.
Just ahead, drop off on the left.
Okay. This is one thing I do not like about this street right here. Very clustered full of cars. And finding a parking spot that can be a challenge.
Drop off on the left.
Let's see. Yep, right here. All right. All right. Okay, we need a PIN code from him. So, okay, I think what I'm going to do, since he's got a big order, I'm probably going to set part of it on the chair over there and then come back and get the other part. And then just wait for him to come to the door so I can get a pin. right back. All right. All right, well, that's going to, yep. Since after 7:30, that's going to finish the night. So, all right. And DoorDash, I did say was done, so we're going to end the dash on that one. So there we go. All right. So 31. Yep, they won 164 to 160. So, I mean, even if we were still, so they didn't, they have taken that, I had no idea where that place was that I was going to go, and I just wasn't even going to bother driving all the way out there. They still won anyway. It didn't matter. So, yep. So they still would have earned their way into the Final Four anyway, and there's the answer to the question. Okay. Yeah, it's probably best to go this way because then I can turn on Broadway that way. All right. Okay, well, that ends the Elite Eight, guys. The Elite Eight is now done. We now officially have our 4 teams. We had them yesterday, but they were officially entered today, because they would have got in anyway. And Indy, congratulations on your team getting there. That's fantastic. Check and mark. What's going on there, Luke? Welcome in. So I guess Fran and them stopped at 70 or something on that, because I haven't seen any more than 70. I know they were having fun doing that, but they must have stopped at 70. Yeah. Hey, Joel, welcome in. Yeah, we're over here in Shelbyville, Indiana, finishing up the Purdue dash here. You know, they actually ended up beating Iowa. You know, they would have beat them anyway, 164 to 160, and yeah, it was good. I mean, it really was. That was with the $3 tip and all that. Yeah, it was really good. It was a pretty good day, and I mean, I know we could have better Sundays, but because I have had some better Sundays, but 164 is not really that bad. It's a lot better than the 127 that that Michigan did. On that one Sunday. So I'll take 164 for a Sunday. I really will. I'll definitely take it. But thank you for joining, Joel. I certainly appreciate it. And for my earlier live, the question still remains that I did on the earlier live today, that if you have not seen my earlier live, there's a question on there for you if you would like to answer it. And that question is, was there a time, or, if you had one chance to go to take Doc Brown's train, if you had one chance to get on that train and go back to a time to where if you made a bad decision or someone made a bad decision, on your behalf or whatever, if you wanted to go back and tell your younger self not to do something, what year and why? And there was a reason why I asked that question, because with the uncertain times that we're dealing with right now, now's the time to really think about things. And if there's someone that you need to forgive, this is the time to do it. Because with these uncertain times, you may not get another chance. That's the reason why I brought that question up. I know for some people it'd be a hard question to answer. But yet at the same time, these uncertain times and things that are going on right now, we really got to think about where we stand right now. Because we don't know what's around the corner. We're already in the third month of the year, and a lot of craziness has taken place, and it could get worse. So that's why I brought that question up. Something you definitely got to think about. Your money's straightened out, finances straightened out, your families, don't make any bad decisions that are, going to affect others in a negative way. Think before you do those things. Because the only thing I'm going to say about that, you may not get another chance. That's all I'm going to put out there. You got to think about what I meant by me saying that. I was just glad I was able to ask that question earlier today, for the simple fact that, Purdue could have a lackadaisical day, for the fact that, Iowa was out by disqualification, but it didn't matter. They still would have beat him anyway. So that's why I did this dash, just to see if they still could have, and it proved that they could have. that if they would have beat him anyway, so it didn't matter. Disqualification did not matter. So, all right, guys. Well, the sun's going down. You see a nice little sunset right there. But I've got a couple things that I've got to do here. So anyway, Final Four starts next week. Starts next Thursday. See some previews of it later this week. Might be putting out a short dealing with that. Just got to figure out how to do it and do it effectively. But guys, DJ, thanks for making me think. Oh yeah, you will. You do think about it, Luke, because I mean it's a legitimate question. It's something that everyone I think should ask themselves. But yeah, so the Final Four starts Thursday with Ohio State, guys. So until Wednesday, probably Wednesday when we do the preview of it. Until then, I will see you all in the future, and remember, we're all in this together.